Hey there friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today I am back with another WWE pay-per-view predictions video, and this time it's of Extreme Rules. I'm super excited for this pay-per-view simply due to the fact that the main event is featuring two of my all-time favourites, and that is Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans for SmackDown, for the Raw Women's Championship and the Universal Championship, and it is a winner takes all, so whichever team wins both championships. I'm super excited for this match. If I keep looking down, so I've got the card on my phone, but these are two of my all-time favourite wrestlers, Becky and Seth. When I found out they were dating, I think I nearly cried. I was so excited. For me, this is hands down. Becky and Seth are going to win this. I think they're probably going to win it by Becky pinning or tapping out Baron, I think is my feeling about this. That, you know, it's not going to be like, I feel like it's going to be something like that, especially due to the fact that Becky tapped out Mike Kanellis with the disarm her a couple of weeks ago. I think that was kind of potentially a bit of foreshadowing. So yeah, that's my prediction for that one. The next card on the match is the other one that is like the second or the other main event, and that is Roman Reigns and The Undertaker in a no holds barred tag team match against Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. I think the big dog and The Undertaker are going to win this, and then when they do win it, it'll be Shane and Drew basically like, oh, you only won because of The Undertaker. But I think it's going to be a crazy match because it's no holds barred. But I'm really intrigued to see The Undertaker and Roman Reigns on the same side against Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon. I think it's going to be a really interesting match, and one that I don't think anyone ever thought they would ever see. The next match is Kofi Kingston versus Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. I think Kofi's going to retain in this simply due to the fact that Samoa Joe's been kicking his ass for the last few weeks, and normally if you're kind of losing slightly on the run-up, you normally end up winning. And I think it's not quite the time for Kofi to lose, but I think this feud is going to continue on a bit longer, and Joe probably is going to beat Kofi, but just not at this pay-per-view. The next card on the match is Bayley versus Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss in a 2-on-1 handicap match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So I think Bayley is going to win, and then I think this is going to be the implosion of Nikki and Alexa. Or my other feeling is that that Nikki is going to tap Bayley out, or is going to get her to submit or whatever, or, you know, Nikki is going to either pin or submit Bayley, and may win. I feel like there's potentially going to be a bit of a loophole here, and it's going to be that Nikki Cross ends up winning. So I'm kind of in two minds about how this is going to go, whether it's going to be the implosion of Nikki and Alexa, or Nikki is going to win. But either way, I think it's going to be a cracking match to see where this storyline goes. The next match on the card is a triple threat for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, and it is Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus The New Day versus Heavy Machinery. You know what? I haven't really got a clue who I think is going to win this. I think it's very up in the air in the SmackDown Tag Team division at the moment. Part of me thinks it might be The New Day, and then they'll have a bit of a run where it's Kofi is the WWE champion with Big E and Xavier Woods as the tag team champions, I think. And my gut is saying that as like a mini run into maybe into SummerSlam or something like that. The match is a singles match between Aleister Black and Cesaro. This is another one that I'm really looking forward to, simply due to the fact that we've not really seen that much of Aleister Black actually in the ring for quite a while, and I think it's going to be really interesting because he's a bit of a wild card. You don't really know what you're going to get with him. I think Aleister Black is going to win, but I think this is going to turn into a bit of a maybe long running feud for Black and Cesaro. Yeah, I was expecting it to be Aleister Black versus Bray Wyatt, but obviously not. The next match on the card is for the United States Championship, and it's Ricochet versus AJ Styles. I think Ricochet is going to retain, but I think he's then going to end up basically being beaten up at the end of the match by AJ and Gallows and Anderson. I think this potentially could be a really interesting one leading into Survivor Series. Obviously we've kind of lost the whole brand Raw versus SmackDown split, so this could be a really interesting one, potentially leading into a 5-on-5 Survivor Series match with the club versus kind of maybe the underdogs or something like that. The next match on the card is a last man standing match between Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman. I'm really done with this feud. I love Braun Strowman. Bobby Lashley I just cannot be bothered with. But I think Braun Strowman is going to win this one just because Bobby Lashley's been doing a lot of mouthing off, and I think obviously it's Braun Strowman, like, come on. And then the final match on the card is for the Raw Tag Team Championships, and it's the Revival versus the Usos. I think the Usos are going to win. I think the Usos have not had a decent Tag Team Championship run for a while. But obviously still, even now, being heralded as one of the best tag teams of our generation. I think they're kind of on the cards for another tag team run. The Revival have now beaten them a few times, so I think it's their turn to kind of move it the other way. Those are my thoughts on the Extreme Rules card for 2019. Let me know in the comments your predictions, who you want to win, who you want to lose, what you think this is going to mean for upcoming Raws, upcoming SmackDowns and upcoming pay-per-views. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know. Hope you have an amazing day and I'll see you soon. Bye.